looks like we are going to be playing the grand finals here. And so no need to switch servers, which is fan-fucking-tastic. We're just going to bring Swooped in and we're good to go.
If I may interject, we actually have DJ Wheat in our Ventrilo server right now. However, he is having some technical difficulties. I was going to ask you guys, on behalf of Wheat and others, would you switch to Skype right now, or is that too much trouble?
Sure.
We're just waiting for the big Weedy man.
Yeah, I gotta get my Wheaties. There you go.
Sounds good. Okay, we're still doing the ring banana phone. And thank you to the players for being rather patient here. Thank you for not just like rushing in and going, he almost starved.
Well, how about this? Why don't we just do this? Jahar, would you be willing to play windowed mode and basically just, you know, see if Wheat ever joins the call and, you know, just check on chat with him and try to get him in? And
Not
then,
a problem. It's on a different box anyway, so yeah.
Oh, or that.
Try recalling him.
Gotcha. Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Cool. So basically, we can bring him in whenever he shows up. No
Yeah.
problem. Cool. Yeah. Well, then we'll go ahead and do that, and that way we won't hold up the players at all, because I know that the Noobs has stuff to do, and hopefully Wheat will just join us at some point along the way. How does that sound?
Sounds good. And if, you know, if he ends up not being there, I just want to say to Wheat, you know, bro, I feel you. Technical difficulties, it always happens like during a final or during like some, like 2 minutes before you need to go on air. Never at any other time, so yeah, that sucks. We've all been waiting for the final showdown between Swooped and, well, whoever it was going to be, but as we just saw, it is going to be the Noobs here in the Silent Gamers Duel Cup #2, bringing together awareness for those gamers, especially Quakers who are of the hearing impaired. But here we are going to be seeing the map picks kick off, and they're going already through here and blah blah blah. They're just doing their little bullshit. But thank you for tuning in. This has been QuakeLive.tv. More than freaking stoked to bring you the coverage of this amazing matchup. Last week we saw some Greased and Too Good with a lot of qualifying players making it here today to show down for the Losers Bracket Finals, and finally the main show as well. Actually, they're calling it the Super Final. That's a little change in the vernacular, but more than happy to be here. And if you haven't already, feel free to follow us on Twitter. It is just the best way to figure out what the hell is going on. Just go ahead and add Gamescast.tv as well, QuakeLive.tv, just all of it. Because you know what? We're doing this kind of shit like all day, every day sometimes. And this weekend has been no exception with this cup. Probably.
So it looks like the start's going to be Heavy Railgun, T7, T4, ZTN, DM13, and then T9 as the potential 5-map tiebreaker. So that's going to be kind of damn interesting, I think.
Yes, it
Yeah, so basically we're going to do like all the rail heavy maps first, and then, you know, shy away from them. And I think that's an interesting choice. I think the Noobs, with the railgun accuracies that we've seen out of him, should be one hell of a contender. Swooped, on the other hand, no slouch at all with that weapon. And if he is on, then look at this, just back and forth these guys are warming up with rails, and it's like 60%, 50% each. That's kind of crazy.
Now, for those who might not be initially aware, and just to remind me, we're going to be looking at potentially 2 sets of best of 5, correct?
Potentially, yes.
Okay, so yeah, the Noob's coming from the losers bracket. If he loses this one, then it's all over and Swooped will take the crown. But if he manages to take the first set of best of 5, then we'll be moving into a second set. And you know what? Miracles can, and they have happened before in the past.
Yeah, this is going to be a great matchup. The Noobs versus Swooped. And it looks like we're about to see F3s get this thing underway as soon as possible, which is fantastic. Because, hey, look, there's DJ Wheat connecting to the server. All right. Hopefully we can get him in for the Skype goodness.
All right, well, looks like we're going to get going live here on Serious Sides. It's going to be the Noobs versus Swooped.
And we are underway. This is the grand finals of the Silent Gamers Cup 2. The Noobs facing off against Swooped, and the start is the Noobs going for a little bit of shard action, a little bit of armor, and a little bit of mega. He has an LG as well. The Swooped, sort of a standard start, railgun, shotgun, plasma, no rocket just yet, but he's got armor to the teeth, and he misses the jump to rocket, but actually, strangely enough, that might have been a good thing because the Noobs were setting up a shot there. But now, ooh, getting in on red, he actually misses the red and does a little dance around it, and now Swooped is in trouble because the Noobs coming out swinging. And now the choice is, you can see the shots coming up on the bridge. Had he encroached on that bridge, he would have been shot in the nuts. But it looks like it's going to be another fadeaway rocket for the Noobs, taking Swoop down to a mere 6 health. And Swoop's now pretty much in full control of this map. And I have to say, the Noobs is looking pretty damn solid.
Yes, he is, and Swoop is actually not running, but crawling around with 30 health, just wanting to get some timing on this, but right now he's just wanting to avoid a confrontation more than anything else. Eating a rail, now down to 26, and that 50 health, I think the Noobs was anticipating a move towards that, so Swoop staying alive here, but we're definitely seeing a lot of pressure coming from the Noobs now. Now, a rail did get off from Swoop, but the Noobs will be taking first blood with that last rail. But here's the thing, the Noobs is still down at 50 health. All items are up, mega red armor. This means that Swoop, for the first time, will be able to get a strong, solid grip on some of the items here, as well as one of the yellow armors.
And did I potentially hear a peep from DJ Wheat there? Something? Maybe?
Oh, hello.
Hey!
Hello.
How's it going,
Hi.
man?
Hi. It's going good. I'm gonna full screen here and see what I got.
Sweet.
Word. Hi. Hi.
Hey.
Thanks for having. Sorry.
Yeah,
that
finally made it happen.
Finally, that it
So-
was such a debacle.
No problem at all, man. So we are only 2 minutes into this game. The Noobs is up by 1, Swooped, fighting to get in here, and basically, the Noobs has had control for pretty much the first 2 minutes without too much trouble. There's a nice early dance around the red armor that kind of set the pace for this. Right now, Swooped, again, not dishing out as much damage as he needs to, and the Noobs is able to get a nice exit rail, bringing his railgun accuracy to 66% at just, again, the opening 2.5 minutes. So, Wheat, if you're on the server and ready to go, why don't you give us your point of view?
Yeah, well, I'm really interested because I did kind of see the results from the Noobs, where they actually, it looked like he struggled to win that semifinal game. Is that about accurate?
I guess.
Yeah, well, every step of the way has been rough for him, I would say.
Yeah, so, I mean, first off, I'm very excited to see how exactly he's going to be playing here. We all know Swoop to be a very good player, and it seems like a great matchup here for the finals. Now, 6 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock as far as I can see, and with an actual score of 1-0, obviously a lot that can go on here, but control of the red armor certainly in control, or in the hands of Swoop. And right now, it seems like positionally, he's got the upper hand right now, just grabbing the mega, and he's going to land that double rail, and that will tie it up. Now, here's where it can get really nasty because he should have a good enough head start here. And wow, I mean, a lot of damage being done. They're down to 32 points of health. He's going to be able to grab this red, but the Noobs comes in, steals it away. This could be big for him. If there was a moment to stop it, it was right there. I actually thought Swoop might do a little bit more damage than just that one conversion frag, but it ended up being just 2-1, and I thought he's going to push that a little harder.
Well, actually, it's really good for him that he didn't, because I fear that if he had, you could kind of see him being a little touchy on the edge of the area for the red armor, and leaving that fight means that he's going to be in good position for mega health. Red's going to be back up, the Noobs going to be rushing in for it. It's going to be damageless there. Swoop's missing that last rail coming out. But yeah, again, I'm just really glad he didn't push that in too far. That could have easily turned into, 3-1, but just as easily could have turned back into 2-2, and Swoop with the 1 frag lead. He definitely wants to make every play he has solid. He doesn't want to give the Noobs any opportunity to do anything. Really great rail here, anticipating the jump up to Mega, but the Noobs is waiting there behind the teleporter. Oh, and there's the rail. Swoop down at 60 health, taking a 25 up, but he's really weak right here. The Noobs anticipating the move in, and oh my god, 5 health. He is on the brink of death here.
But the Noobs is going to let him go because he wants to get maintain control of the items. Nicely played there, because at this point, that's one of the situations. Do you get the